And this is Tech Trends on TikTok on Valley View Radio. I am John Patrick, and today, before I start, how do you see the speed of your internet? Is it fast enough to download, or you wait until midnight to get a good speed? What do you think it is? Well, how is the speed in general when you take our continent? How is Ghana performing? I'll come back to that story later to see how our speed of internet is doing in the country and on the continent as well. But first, users on TikTok, sometimes when you want to go through your history about videos you've seen previously, it becomes very difficult for you, isn't it? Well, TikTok is coming to solve that problem, where it's going to put a history button so that videos you've seen will be saved there. So it will be easy for you to go through to get your watched or seen videos so easily for you to do that. Currently, they are putting the test. They are testing it, and when it passes, oh, you are going to enjoy it. On our next story, we are going to look at the internet, and in this case, Huawei has been able to lead cables through the sea to Kenya. This is to help connect Africa, and especially East Africa, to China and to Europe, to help increase the speed of internet for us. It's a good initiative and it's really doing well. On the other news, Google's Equiano lands in Togo, which is also an internet cable being made by Google, also landed in Togo to help them increase the speed of internet in the country as well as the continent. So it's connecting Africa as well as Europe and America. So we have a very good speed in our internet. Talking about speed in internet, we will look at the Speed Test Global Index, which talks about the speed of internet in countries. In their last ranking, Ghana is placed first in broadband speed, but not in mobile data. With our mobile data, I think we are not really doing well. But in Africa, we are doing well, and in the world, we are 79th on the ranking out of 179 countries. Ghana is really doing well. So let me quickly come in. So in order, South Africa, Mali. South Africa is first, Mali, Morocco, Cameroon, Tunisia, Egypt, Mozambique, Nigeria, Senegal, Kenya are the top 10 African countries doing so well when it comes to mobile internet speed in Africa. Unfortunately, Ghana is not near the top 10. However, when it comes to fixed broadband internet, Ghana is leading, followed by Cote d'Ivoire, South Africa, Madagascar, Senegal, Egypt, Morocco, Congo, and Burkina Faso. And unfortunately, some countries are doing really, really bad. And a country like Sudan, when it comes to mobile, they are doing really bad with a speed of 12.21 megabits per second. That's what they're doing with the mobile. And Guinea doing 6.6 megabits per second for fixed broadband. Don't worry, you're going to, yeah, it will soon get there. It will soon get there. On the global index, we have Venezuela with mobile doing 7.73 megabits per second, which is very bad. And a small island, Turkmenistan doing very bad with a fixed broadband at 3.90 megabits per second. Let's move to what's trending on Twitter or on social media. And our first story is e-levy. So as we speak now, There's consideration. Consideration is ongoing in our parliament, and I can say the minority are just walked out of parliament because of some disagreement on the subject of voting to pass the e-levy. And second is the Kweku the Traveler, which is a song released by our own Black Sheriff doing well. Then we have Jordan Ayew. If you remember last Friday when the Black Stars played, the fans were booing him. So the chats on Twitter now is that Jordan shouldn't be featured in this game and they don't want him there. It's such a bad thing. I think people should stop doing that. People like Jordan Ayew are playing from their heart and doing so well. I think they deserve support rather than being booed. So this way will end and we'll continue with the show. Thank you.
Thank you so much, John Patrick. We really liked your tech trends. And if you're just joining us, this is Tech Talk on Valley View Radio 97.7. And today we'll be looking at the age of AI, that's artificial intelligence. Now you'll be wondering, what will we be doing today and all that. So just stay tuned and we'll bring to you something very educative. Welcome back from the break. As I said, we'll be looking at artificial intelligence, what it is, the impact, and the future of AI, what it really looks like. So with me today, I have Pa Ikechukwu and also Eugenia, and lastly John Patrick, who will be with us on the show, and they'll be helping us with our discussion on what AI is. So as usual, what is the first question that comes to mind when someone mentions AI, artificial intelligence? Like, what runs through your head?
Okay, I think AI means artificial intelligence.
Yeah, we know that.
So when we say artificial only means it's man-made, not natural. So this is not natural intelligence or a man-made intelligence. So humans or animals display natural intelligence. In made to be intelligent, that is, they follow the pattern of human to make decisions or do certain things. Therefore, we classify that as artificial intelligence. That's when a machine is able to make prediction, make meaning, or put up behaviors that we will think the computer or that machine is intelligent. That we call artificial intelligence. So this is what I'll say what
That's nice.
AI is.
That's nice.
Okay, as Patrick was saying, artificial intelligence has to do with the intelligence that is portrayed by machines, and usually it's like a machine being able to do things similar to that of a human or animal with similar intelligence. Yeah.
I think Eugenia and Patrick have said most of it. So I think I just want to say that AI has to do with the fact that teaching a computer how to do the various things that show that living thing is intelligent. So if it is learning, reasoning, understanding truths and false, being able to do all these things and being able to understand what something means if you can program your computer or your machine to be able to do these things, then you have an AI. So it's not exactly something that is intelligent as is portrayed in movies, but then if you are able to make your computer do a certain aspect of any of these things, that is learning, reasoning, understanding, and yeah, then you've created an AI.
Okay, so how is AI? We've said what AI is. How is it helping us in our daily lives? What at all is it help? I mean, how is it helping humanity and human beings?
Okay, in our daily lives, we use AI is found basically everywhere, because sometimes, let's take even a normal search engine such as Google, for instance. When searching things, yeah, sometimes it gives you this recommendation thing. Like maybe you start typing something, then it will recommend this thing. Sometimes you've not searched it before, but it gives a recommendation, a suggestion. Yeah, a suggestion is what a suggestion. Or even apps such as YouTube, Netflix, depending on even the movies, it can see depending on the movies you've watched most and be giving you recommendations. All these things are day-to-day things that AI is involved.
Yeah. So most of the times, in our daily activities, AI comes in when you are, say, using your phone, for instance. Sometimes you tend to do things on a regular basis, right? So you notice that maybe as you are using your phone to text someone,
Yeah.
you notice that if you start texting people, yo, at the first time you use the phone, maybe it will not accept that yo as English language. But after you continuously do that, the phone or the system that is involved in the texting process has learned that Eugenia normally types yo. Therefore, this should be accepted, and it keeps on giving you
So
that.
is it your phone that's become AI, or
Your phone is showing traits of being intelligent.
okay.
So, and one of the traits of being intelligent is learning. And if your
That's
phone is
right.
able to learn due to continuous receiving of that specific kind of data, then that is an
Okay.
AI.
Okay.
Anyway, so I think AI is used often in our daily activities, like when you pick, just as my brother said, in using your phone, we see that the phone helps us to make certain things too easy and smart. For example, in some cases, you want to type a text, you can just speak and it's done. You
Yeah.
want to locate a contact on your, it's just, you just speak and it's done. You want to send, so all these things are AI helping us to do something. Now we have other apps that helps us to make decision. So you just put in certain data or certain information, and it tells you that this and that will happen. We all look through our weather apps. It
Yeah.
guides us that there's going to be a rainfall, and that all these are powered by AI. So in our daily life, we use it. Yes. I don't want to make it broad, but I think in subsequent questions or as the discussion goes on, we will be looking at some of the areas it's really impacting. So we'll mention more.
You
But-
mentioned weather, right? Right now, Google is telling me that it's mostly cloudy in OEB here.
Good.
That's like 41 degrees. So this one too is helping us. Now Google is, intelligent, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
so-
used a lot of intelligent softwares to help determine this info.
Oh, okay. That's wonderful. Now, what scenarios of AI are used in our economy today?
Okay, so we are looking, what I would say is production, to have a lot of production, when it gets to companies today, they are having a lot of robots or kind of machine.
Is it every production or just some particular productions?
I think today I can say that in every production house there's some kind of machine doing something amazing.
Yeah.
That would take a longer time if a human being is to do it. So these are all machines doing something smart, doing something that we could do. So they have been trained. They have been trained to do those things. So in our daily, in our economy, in our setup, all these things are being used. That's AI. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mean to cut you, but then I just want us to, clarify on the fact that when it comes to AI, it is not exactly things that are routine that human beings can do, and they just want a robot to do it.
Okay.
It's not exactly that, but it's anything that involves intelligence. So, if we are we are creating a new car, and it involves intelligence as to know where to put the screw here. If the screw has fallen down, what should I do? Should I pick it up or should I leave it there and pick a new one?
Okay.
Those kinds of decisions are what will tell the difference between this is an AI or this is just a bunch of instructions, command prompt instructions just going like that.
So if they're able to make meaningful decisions
On their own, as if they were humans,
Okay.
that is when it's an AI.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. Now we know that for everything there are good sides and there are bad sides. Yes. I know you will tell me that AI is good, blah 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 blah. But I want us to know when we weigh AI, the good side and the bad side. What will be the result? What should we expect?
Okay, with AI, if let's move to the latest technologies when it comes to artificial intelligence. If we look at Elon Musk's new cars that he's building, the Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla.
We notice that there are some new introductions or new technologies he's introducing that allows the car itself to think and make decisions while driving.
Yeah.
Now, the first and awesome thing in the first place is the car being able to drive. This is a
On
human,
its own.
yeah, on its own. This is a very human, thing to do. You know how complicated driving is. Some of us know how to drive, and it involves the whole decisions between turning left, turning right. When you see an obstacle in front of you, you need to make a decision whether to run through it or stop or turn. All those decisions are there.
Yeah.
Now, if you use an AI with giving it a command that it should just go and reach this location, if it wants, it could pass through houses. Because it has to get to its
Only it
location.
can pass through the house.
Yes. But then with AIs, you should be able to make the decision of I want to avoid this and this obstacle. I want to change directions. I want to move here. And that is where modern day technology has helped us. So if we look at the new Tesla, it has these things. It has even introduced ways to detect atmospheric changes. So when you notice that the air in the atmosphere is not so clean, it's not so pure, and you are in your aircon or something, it allows you to purify that and also purify the one that is outside. So as the car is moving around, the air around it is being cleaned.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a very small step at Elon Musk's attempt to do the environmental protection
And
thing.
I saw recently that the cars are now out for sale and all. I'm asking, Ebi Baba Ghana has.
Oh, we don't want to talk about it.
We don't talk about it.
We don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
But when we all of us here, when we make our money, we will get some here, so we can clean Ghana's
That one,
atmosphere.
Mike, I'm shipping one already.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. but yeah. So AI in most of our activities are what we have today, and it's helping us.
Okay, so you said we should look at some of the risk or the disadvantages of it. I think the first thing is the truth is that it's very expensive to get these
Expensive.
technologies. They are expensive, so that's one of the things. Then the next is it's unemployment. Currently we always talk about employment issues, and the rates at which unemployment is going is something that worries everyone. And this AI is coming in, machines imitating humans. Okay, so it's one key thing that people have been looking at it, that unemployment will increase. That's one of the, yes, it's going to increase.
Are you hearing? Like,
yes,
unemployment that you're finding it difficult now, it will
Yeah, it's
increase
going to
again.
increase. Yeah, that's one of the. You see, every good thing is such that there's also some element of bad about it. And the thing is that when you take we human, we want convenience.
Yes.
So in as much as we want that convenience, we should be ready to pay for its cost. And in this case, AI is going to bring that convenience to us, the comfort to us. But it comes with some costs. And in this case, it's unemployment. Because I'm sure if you should own a business that's you have machines doing a lot of things, I'm not sure you're going to hire humans just to pay them, or just to say you want to clear off.
What? They should come
God,
and walk
because-
around or what?
you get the thing.
Yeah.
These machines too are 24/7 available. They don't have time to break. They don't have time to do anything. And we humans, we do very well within 3 to 4 hours. The rest, we are only moving around the whole thing. We really do well within that hours. So after that, what happened? We go for break. I'm tired and this and someone's mentioning we had to eat God. You get the thing. So one of the thing that AI is going to bring is as part of its disadvantage is unemployment, and it's going to be a headache, but we'll all like it.
How are we going to like it if it's going to be a headache? I mean, do you like your headache?
Not really, because what I'm trying to say is we look at the good. So the good outweighs the bad in some way, because while it displays you of work, you are also happy it's able to lead you to get certain things done easily.
Yeah, no.
You get it. So the costs is what looks expensive in terms of unemployment. People will lose their jobs. Yeah, even I think every area of job is going to be affected.
But then I
Being
think-
a doctor, a nurse, a teacher, so many jobs areas, even lawyers, presenting as you are doing. Oh, you get it. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that it wouldn't be a problem, because at that time everybody would be, I mean, I'm picturing something like everybody would be, let's say, excuse me to say, jobless. So like the robots would just be doing their stuff, machines doing this and that, so it wouldn't be much of a bother, right?
Talking about all this, one big disadvantage we fail to see is security aspects.
Security.
Yes,
Okay.
with human beings are the ones creating these things here. What if the robots turn against us? Have you started to think about it?
I mean, is it possible?
Well, I've been hearing people mention or argue in that line, but I don't think it's something possible unless it has been programmed to go that
Yeah,
way.
because
This is because a machine programmed to say good morning, no matter the fault. When the fault happens, it means it's not going to say good morning.
yes.
No greetings. It's that machine is not going to greet good evening, because it doesn't have that property or that functionality. So I don't think it's going to
it
harm us
can
in
malfunction.
any way.
Can't it like malfunction?
I'm
and
not
be
saying
something else?
turning against us in the sense of malfunctioning.
Okay.
You see, those wars that are going on, these things, do you think that all the soldiers you see these robots that are being created now.
Yeah.
Some are actually being created to look very human.
Yes, that one.
Wars will be happening. Advanced countries will decide to use robots.
I see those ones are
That is why I said the security aspect. If-
those to protect.
If you go, for example, you are going to a president's office, and then maybe something is detected, a human would have checked what is on you in order to be sure, but a robot might. I don't know how it will be. It can be programmed that if this thing is found, either you are caught or you are killed. There are some countries, some of the Asian countries, before you get to the president's place, small metal this thing, you don't know it, you'll be killed.
Then I think it depends on how the
Hey,
robot was programmed.
yes, some robot, that's how they've been programmed. So before a slight mistake, maybe they've searched you, maybe this thing was not, so you don't, you think that, oh, this thing, there's nothing wrong with it. You
It
just
doesn't
go and
have
bypass,
human
you go
reasoning.
and bypass the robot. It might just a small stab or something, you are dead. That is
The robots
telling
don't have
the robot doesn't have
human
guilt or
reasoning,
conscience. It will kill you, and that is it. And that will be them robots turning against us.
Wait. I see where this is, but you see, if we see robots turning against you, it would mean that the robot is meant to do a certain thing to benefit the human,
Yeah.
but then it chooses not to do that. That involves self-awareness. No technology in this world that has been created is self-aware. Now, moving off of that, there can be malfunctions. We hear of stories, even with the testing of the cars that are automated. Those scenarios, there were times where drivers who were using these cars met with, the hardware wasn't able to detect maybe obstacles in the road and run through them. And that is one of the problems that comes with AI. See, if parameters aren't created to take care of certain things or unforeseen scenarios, that could happen. Now, if you have a case where an AI that's used to do surgeries, that would be very fatal. That would mean that a whole lot of that person would die. And so that's one of the risks that comes with AI. And with the modern technology and with the whole continuous testing and scientific method, we scientists are moving towards the point where,
We scientists. Are you a scientist?
please,
Yeah.
I'm doing Bachelor of Science.
Okay.
So we scientists are moving towards a point where we'll continuously keep testing on dummies so that we can know that, okay, this is the possible things that could happen, so that we can stop this one. But those are one of the risks that could happen. Malfunctions in the code, or maybe unforeseen things like you may have put in your code but you did not know that this is the possible outcomes. The world changes rapidly every day, so new problems come and solutions are required.
Okay. So for the sake of time, let me ask, enough of the tenuous questions. Let me ask one, very friendly question, which is, what movie about AI do you like and why?
Okay, I have a lot.
Okay, but I mean the one you like.
It was the first of our AI movie that I like. iRobot.
iRobot.
iRobot,
Okay.
the love of my life.
Yeah, I've watched that one too. It's nice.
That movie was fire, bro.
Yeah.
Well, it was a really good movie. Yeah, the one with Will Smith and the robots that he did not trust.
John Patrick.
It's in that movie. It kind of tells you exactly the risks that come with AI.
Yeah.
The robot thing.
They would fail to see the things that would cause pain to humans, and they would just do them without knowing and be smiling. And that is one of the problems that would come when we decide to go with AI.
Okay. John Patrick's
Yeah, I think Matrix.
Matrix.
Yeah.
Matrix.
Matrix.
Why do you like
It's,
him?
I like the fact that
Yeah, took over.
Yeah, they were really applying AI in getting track of criminals, and so it's something that I really like. So yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Madam Eugenia, yes, your turn. You have to tell us the movie. Like, I mean, you can't tell me you've not watched any AI movie that you don't like or something.
Maybe Chewa.
Okay.
Oh god. What I'm going to mention? It's this Fast and Furious production here. Hobbs and Shaw, right? Yeah, that one. The one with Idris Elba.
Yeah.
The one he was having the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Which whole thing?
Don't worry.
It
it's
was
not
a
seen, that's why.
it's a human being here, but he's infused with this robotic thing, so he became kind of like a cyborg.
Oh, okay.
So but he was a human being working with artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Even the cyborg, the movie, that one.
Okay. So talk on VVR Radio 97.7. We come here every Tuesdays from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. and we discuss technology questions and we look at tech. You know what I'm talking about.
You don't know Marvel. Do a lot of things in our systems. So let me say, not only viruses. Let me take the whole malware, the malicious software thing. So
I don't understand what malware is.
it's a malicious software. Their software is intended to attack a system. Yeah. So a virus examples are the viruses, the worms, and the trojans.
Okay.
So viruses are kind of different from worms because with a virus, that one it needs a human being in order for it to move from system to system. But a worm on its own can crawl in this system on its own without any host or without anybody moving it from one point to the other. And a Trojan, it's something usually what really affects us today. You see this thing, you click on it. Usually they are interesting things. You click on it and then you think that maybe it's just beautifying. Sometimes it can come in the form of a wallpaper or you think it's just a wallpaper, but it also comes with its own malicious intent. Maybe it's supposed to come and breach through your system to look at what is going on. So yes, so some of the things that can help you with these things is maybe you should always update your antiviruses as well, and also mostly it's good to get an ad blocker because you don't know, it might come from even
example
an ad.
of an ad blocker.
Brave.
Brave.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just install it and it will block certain ads. And you should also be aware. It's not everything you have to click on. You have to. That is why it's usually good to get this apps or anything you want to use. You have to get it from correct sources like App Store, Google Play, these things.
Some websites you go there, you see
and
because
and usually it is when you want to get this free and illegal movies or things, and it goes to bring all these things here. We understand we don't have money, but what if a virus comes to destroy a system? We will get money to repair the system instead. So please, let's beware of this. And I'm Eugenia, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Eugenia. Yes, we've heard you, and we'll make sure to install antiviruses on our devices.